Hello, irashaimase, and welcome to day 7, 8, 9 of the 15-day Autumn Grand Sumo Tournament from the Kokugikan Sumo Stadium in Tokyo, Japan. My name is Sid Hoare. The sumo bosses have criticised many wrestlers in the past, especially those over 160 kilos in weight, as being too fat, not training hard enough, and getting too many injuries. The rikishis say we do train hard, and our oyakata, the stable bosses, make sure we do. We get injuries because sumo is rough and getting rougher. Until recently, there were height and weight restrictions on newcomers coming into sumo. You had to be 1.73 meters tall and at least 75 kilos, but this is now being lifted soon, and newcomers can come in shorter and lighter than that, provided they're good athletes. The sumo bosses hope to see an influx of skillful, lighter fighters. Well, we'll wait to see the results, but it will take some time to prove that size doesn't matter in sumo. 5 years, perhaps. Well, let's get into our first bout of day 7, and it's between Kinkaiyama and Aminishiki. Kinkaiyama at 157 kilos, Aminishiki at 120, lightest wrestler in this top division. 120 kilos, young man, 21 years old, and there, it's a win. Spin over at the edge there, Aminishiki gets that one and notches up his 5th win, and Kinkaiyama there gaining his, or racking up his 4th loss. So at the start, a slightly cautious start by Aminishiki. A lot of pushing and shoving, of course, but no clear-cut pattern to that. Bit undirected force there, but Aminishiki gets it with that mix-up on the edge. And into our next bout in this top Makuuchi division. This between veteran Tamakasuga, 28 years old, and Higonoumi, 30 years old. Tamakasuga on the left there, otherwise known as Machan in sumo circles. It's Higonoumi there who slaps him down with hatakikomi. Higonoumi in the past says he likes it to rain when he fights, and he usually does well when it rains, but this particular basho, we have the lingering summer heat in Japan, known as Zansho, and it's pretty hot and humid here. Kaiho, ex-amateur champion, fights Sentoryu, the American Henry Armstrong Miller, in his 2nd Makuuchi basho. Well, Sentoryu not doing so well. His previous basho, he had 8 wins and 7 losses, but Kaiho there got round behind him. The other Japanese wrestlers seem to have sussed Sentoryu out, tactics-wise, and he's not doing too well. That was his 5th loss. And on to our next belt, Tochinohana. He's got 5 wins so far, doing very well, and against Kotonowaka with 4 wins. Kotonowaka, the bigger of the two, some 20 kilos heavier. You can see the difference between the two of them, but Kotonowaka's got that bad left knee. And Tochinohana, new, fast-rising, new young rikishi, there powering Kotonowaka out with the classical yorikiri moves, the force out on the edge of the ring. 6th win there for Tochinohana. Wakanoyama, a man who's been in and out of the Makuuchi division. First came into Makuuchi in '92. Here fighting another newcomer, Takanowaka. He's got 2 wins so far, not doing so well this tournament. Last tournament he had only 6 wins. One of the stalwarts of the once dominant Futagayama stable. Still hanging on in there. He's got 1 tournament win to his credit. And the last basho he got 9 wins. Did well on there. Asanowaka driven out, stepped out in his attempt to get round Takatoriki. And that's Takatoriki's 3rd win and 5th loss for Asanowaka. Asanowaka in his last 2 previous tournaments only scored 5 wins each time, so he's got to start getting some kachikoshi, that's more wins and losses, pretty soon, otherwise he'll be down and out of the top division. Toki against Hayateumi. Hayateumi here, a mere 130 kilos, Toki some 170 kilos, so it's a 40 kilo difference, which is 6 stone in British weight, so quite a difference between these two. Toki, a rough and ready fighter, attacks the face, doesn't do much belt sumo. There you can see, thrust to the throat, Nodowa, and there Hayateumi staggers on the edge and was forced to move out of the circle. Just a reminder for those new to sumo, if you get knocked down inside the ring, touch with any part of your body other than the soles of your feet, you lose. And if you step outside the ring or touch down with any parts of the body outside, you lose as well. Kyokutenho, Mongolian wrestler, here fighting the once high-ranked Ozeki. He's now down to komusubi. He's on the slippery slope down. The last 3 tournaments, he's had more losses than wins. Kyokutenho, on the other hand, in the last tournament got 9 wins, so quite a good result from there. Takanonami trying the Sozogake move. That's the outside leg hook, which he's renowned for. He's a very tall fighter, 1 meter 97 tall, and there he just managed to spin Kyokutenho around there with a uchari type move. Not quite uchari, we don't often see those in tournaments now. That's with the heels and the back to the ring, and then a big lift and spin out of the other wrestler, snatching defeat from the, or snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, as it were. So Takanonami winning there with shitatenage, and that gives him his 4th win. Now Akinoshima, veteran, short, squat, heavy, 152 kilos. Dejima, a bit heavier, 10 kilos heavier. Dejima younger, some 7 years younger than Akinoshima. He'll come out fast, but a slow start there for Dejima. Akinoshima beat him to it, tried a slap, but Dejima, the surer of the two, locks in tight, and then a few bounces on the edge of the ring drove Akinoshima over the edge with yorikiri. So 6 wins for Dejima and 1 loss so far. Previous tournament, Dejima turned in a 10-5 score, 10 wins, 5 losses. Needs to score a little better than that, considering he's a Ozeki ranked wrestler. It's Kaiho coming on for his bout shortly. There's the man he'll be fighting, Usoyama. Now on to the next bout before those two, and it's Chiyotaikai, the Eastern Ozeki. He's got 5 wins so far, and against Tochinonada, who's been suffering from injuries, has only had 1 win so far. He's got a bad left elbow, as we can see. It's well bound up. These two have fought 5 times previously. Chiyotaikai's won 5 of them. Chiyotaikai comes out hard with the head, leads with the head, and then follows up with the slaps. And there, Tochinonada takes it. Much needed win for Tochinonada. Well, Chiyotaikai made the going there. He came out hard and fast, and he followed up rapidly with a tsupari attacks. And Tochinonada weathered that and shoved him out with oshidashi. So 2 wins now for Tochinonada, and the 2nd loss for Ozeki Chiyotaikai. Two wrestlers coming up after this next bout, thinking about what they're going to do. They tend to have game plans in their head as they go up onto the sacred circle. Now, this bout, Tosonoumi against Miyabiyama. These two have fought 7 times previously, and Tosonomi's won 4 of them, so fairly close results-wise between these two. Weight fairly similar, both around the 165 kilo mark. And Miyabiyama dominating this bout. Tosonoumi getting back into it, and there's a nice mix-up there. And that's Tosonoumi pushing him down. Miyabiyama, the other Ozeki, taking a loss. Well, that's a 2nd loss for Miyabiyama. Previous basho, he had only 6 wins, and if he gets Maki Koshi this time round, he'll drop down from Ozeki, so he needs all the wins he can get this time round if he's to maintain his rank. But Tosonoumi there, getting his 2nd win against 5 losses in this basho so far. So let's watch that one again. Tosonoumi comes out hard and fast, fairly low. Miyabiyama fighting a retreating battle. Starts to come forward, pushes hard, against Tochinomi's body. Tochinomi comes back again, and this time Tochinomi keeps it going, and Miyabayama is driven down onto the hard surface of the dojo outside the ring. Now Kaiho, new Ozeki, fighting Musoyama. Curious, the last time they fought, the ranks were round the other way. Last time Kaiho was a Sekiwaki rank, and Musoyama was Ozeki. Musoyama dropped down very quickly from that position through injuries, and Ozeki has done well recently, and he's gone up. So these two have fought 31 times. Kaiho's got the edge of their previous head-to-heads. He's got 17 of those wins. Musoyama needs 10 wins this tournament. So he's got 5 so far on day 7, and he needs 10 wins to go back to Ozeki. So the referee says teoroshite, hands down. Turns the fan, the war fan he carries, flat onto the wrestlers, which means it's time to go. And these two heavyweights lock in, but it's Kaiho there. Kaiho certainly looking confident these days, who just powers Musoyama out with oshidashi. So 6th win there for Kaiho, among the front runners now. And 2nd loss for Musoyama. Musoyama only turned in a 4-win, 11-loss performance last time, and Kaiho the exact opposite. 11 wins and 4 losses in the previous basho. So there you see these two 170-kilo wrestlers powering into each other, and then eventually Musoyama's the one who gets driven out. Now we have the first of the Gaijin Yokozuna, that's to say the foreign Yokozuna in this tournament. As we know, Takanohana's out, so we have Musashimaru and Akebono. Musashimaru here fighting Chiyotaikai. These two have fought 5 times previously. Musashimaru's won 4 of them. Musashimaru looking leaner now. He's dropped his weights down to 216 kilos, which is about just under 34 stone for those viewers in Britain. And a full start there from Chiyotaikai. His previous basho was okay. He had 10 wins, and well, it was a careless bout, I suppose you could say, from Chiyotaikai. He was too low, and Musashimaru just squashed him down. A slight grin I detect, I think, on Musashimaru's face there. Certainly was an easy one for the Yokozuna. That's his 7th straight win in this basho. So it's a hikiotoshi technique, or perhaps a hikiotoshi, or looked just like a squash down. But certainly it wasn't belt sumo. And now Akebono, the other Gaijin Yokozuna, foreign Yokozuna, that's non-Japanese Yokozuna, here fighting Kotoryu. They fought 5 times previously. Akebono's won all 5 of them. Kotoryu's got a bad knee, so it's unlikely that Kotoryu's going to win this time. And there, Akebono just drives him out. Well, that was easy. Akebono's got 1 loss so far, so he's a step behind the leader, Musashimaru, but that's his 6th win. And a pretty straightforward train on the tracks type win, straight along the tracks and shoving the opponent out the other side of the circle. Akebono's gone up a weight, he's 236 kilos. So at the end of day 7, Musashimaru is in the lead with 7 straight wins. Behind him is Akebono with 6 wins and 1 loss, and along with Akebono, Kaiho, Dejima